No, we won't wait for Jason. He needs to learn too. That's his life. 8. Ready to go. Are you ready to go? Who's first?
I'll go first,
Oh.
I guess.
Jordan's first. Now, Jordan, just remind me, just tell us what your theme is.
Education.
Education.
Higher education.
Higher education. Let's just think from lower education. Let me say a couple of things quickly again. That when you write up what I'm interested in portfolio 2, is I'm not interested in the process, I'm interested in the analysis. So we're looking for 2 things. We're looking for the findings of the focus group, and we are looking for your understanding or your interpretation of what those findings mean. Now, it may well be that your focus group doesn't have opinions about things, and it's quite important that you say that the focus group didn't have a view. We were unable to extract a view from the focus group on such and such a topic.
Just a question first.
Yes.
Can we bring in any other outside sources into this report or no?
No, it is simply a report of what these nice people said, or didn't say. You're looking for 2 things. You're looking for things where there's difference, and you're looking for things where there's consensus. Okay? So, for example, you're doing education. How many people here think that you have had an outstanding high school education?
I didn't have it in Australia.
You know, in Australia. Shh. We'll come to that in a minute. Okay, hands up again. So, how many people think they didn't have an outstanding? They actually had a really crappy high school education. Right. Okay. So then your finding is that the vast majority of yes, Chris.
Oh, sorry, I could ask you a question.
You're going to ask me a question. So the finding is that sort of more than 2/3 of the focus group, and it doesn't have to be any more specific than that. More than 2/3 of the focus group felt that they'd had an excellent high school education. Full stop. This means that. But where were they educated? Nadia said that she didn't have it in Australia. How many people who had an excellent high school education had it somewhere other than Queensland? Or somewhere other than St Peters? Okay. Yeah, okay, so see where we're going with that? The other thing you're looking for is you're looking for quotable quotes. You're looking for things that these guys say that actually encapsulate the issue. Okay? So let's just see if we can get a phrase. So, Chris, what's the most memorable thing about your university education? In the years that you've actually... I don't know. Okay, well that's not exactly a quotable quote.
No, building the new journalism block.
The new J school. Okay, fantastic. I'm sure that Professor Bromley will be delighted to hear that, and your grades might improve. Chris will be, they might start getting 8s and 9s. Yeah. So Jason, what's the most memorable thing about your? I think you've actually got some really memorable things about your education.
I guess probably my exchange.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't say it was big, but I learned more or less with just the experience in general.
Yeah. So here's your quotable quote is South America. Okay. Am I doing your work for you?
Continue, please.
But so I need to reassure you, it's not about the process, it's about the results. And it's about, you guys have to work to get the results that you want. Okay. Right, I'm going to give you 20 minutes, I'm going to shut up today.
Okay, so I want to start with the facilities, specifically the libraries on this campus. How often do people use the library? Are there some people here who've never set foot in one of the UQ libraries? And what do you think about the facilities in general?
I think the facilities, like the library, I don't know if any went in there today, but it was ridiculous. It was just full of people. You couldn't get a computer even if you waited for like 2 hours. And even the study cubicles were all full up. And there were high school students as well, not even university students, and that really annoyed me.
Yeah, that's been for the whole past week that the high school students have been using all facilities, which is really aggravating if you haven't got a computer that works at home and you have to come to uni and the only option you have is the stand-up ones that people are just queuing up behind you anyway for.
Some people stay on the plug an hour and then
Exactly.
I think
They're all
it's-
Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it's knowing which libraries to go to. The SSNH is always full. It's not always the worst place to go to for a computer. Go to like the music library. You can
Yeah,
usually
but
find
then we
something.
can't find everything that we need because
True.
we're with that
Yeah.
library.
True.
And that's really annoying for the music students if we go there and use all their stuff.
They don't use the library.
And then also there's different programs that you can't access on different computers that they put around the school. Like you can only find some programs on the library computers, and they're filled up with high school students. So
Does anyone know that I think maybe they need to be, computer labs need to be better advertised, because there's one in this building across here that's always empty. And it's got all of our journalism programs.
31A.
Yeah, it's a brilliant lab.
It was filled up last week. Yeah.
Every time I've been in, there's been 2 people in a computer lab of 30 computers in there.
So in my first year I went to QUT, and like the only advantage I found going there was on Kelvin Road. It was so much easier to find computers there. Like middle of the day, like never had like some rooms be filled, but there's so many rooms for computers available.
In other aspects of the library and everything, when you've got like the video screening rooms and all those kind of things, there's really not enough of those. Because they have heaps of stuff to reference from, but there's like 2 rooms that you can watch the stuff in because you can't take them home.
In
Okay.
terms of group rooms, I think it's pretty good. Like the biosciences library, I think the group room status is really fantastic.
Okay, so first off, so do we have consensus about the computers? Who thinks there's not enough computers? Just raise your hand. Okay, pretty clear.
Can we, sorry, just for counting wise, can we just say who does think there are enough computers? Much better, thank you.
Does anyone, how many people like bring their own laptops in?
Got a third?
And group rooms, who uses them on a regular basis? Who, so of the people who have their hands down, pretty much everyone, do you know how to use them?
Yeah, but
The
they're
group rooms?
They're always full,
Yeah.
always booked
You
heaps
need
in
to book a week in
advance.
advance.
And
Unless you want like a 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. slot.
Gonna move on to the next section.
I just have one question. Going back to better advertisement of computer labs, there's like sheets and that sort of thing that you can pick up from the journalism desk. Has anyone used them about the different computer labs? Who has used them? Okay. And the rest of you, did you just not know they were there, or?
no idea.
Okay, so on lectures, how many of you make a point to go to your lectures? Most of you. Why don't you, those who don't?
Do you want me to leave quietly?
Sometimes the lecture is really boring, and he doesn't know how to, like, conduct a class.
And if
It's not motivating at all.
maybe through other people, it's because everything's just so available on the internet, you just think, what's the point? Because there are some lectures where, you actually cover things in the lecture, but there are others where it's basically just reading off a PowerPoint presentation.
Do you think you
But
learn
I go to
better?
them anyway.
Do you think you learn better when you're there or when you're?
Doesn't that depend on someone's, like, the way people learn? Like, some people learn through reading, some through watching, it's all different.
I think if we had better parking here, that might encourage more people to come, because they've just extended the 2-hour zone near the river there. So if I want to walk before, like if I couldn't get a park, I'd be stuck with a 20-minute walk to walk from like a free area here. And now it's like 45 minutes. I haven't attempted to do it, but it's near the Intricately Golf Course. So if you want a free park and you don't want to park in the 2-hour zone and get a ticket, you're stuck with a 45-minute walk. And that's sometimes why I won't go to lectures, because I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered walking.
Yeah, parking is really.
That's why I was 15 minutes late to this today, because I couldn't find the park today.
Yeah.
You should use Brisbane City's wonderful transport
Yeah.
every day.
If I didn't work, I would probably catch public transport, but I do.
Yeah.
I have a wife to support and all that, so I can't really catch public transport. So
Even though the public transport isn't as good as it should be.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, good.
So the lectures that you do enjoy, why do you enjoy them? Or why do you make a point to turn up to them?
Do you feel like you're learning something?
That's why you come to you.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What makes a lecture good?